It is obtainable for the Lakers to win Summer League in Las Vegas. You just look at the starting lineup of this team. It represents a significant chunk of the starting lineup for the regular season. You have number 2 draft pick Lonzo Ball. You have last year's number 2 draft pick in Brandon Ingram. You have last year's 32nd pick in Ivica Zubac. And then you have a lot of other draft picks from this year with Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart, Thomas Bryant, second-year guard David Nwaba. And the Lakers haven't been shy about it. They want to win the Summer League as much as it's about developing these young guys, improving their defense. They want to set a tone. I don't think there's a debate. There's going to be a lot of hype surrounding Lonzo Ball because of who he is as a number 2 draft pick for the Lakers. His whole family is going to be there, including his father, LeVar, so I'm sure he's going to have plenty of things to say about his son's game, good or bad. And, Lonzo Ball confirmed that he's going to have a documentary crew following him this season for a documentary that's going to be airing on Facebook. So there's going to be a lot of hoopla around him, but at the same time, the main focus is going to be Summer League and how he plays. And I think, as much as you don't want to make too much out of these games, the Lakers and their fans want to see how much leadership potential does he have, how well is he going to be running the offense and leading guys, getting on guys, and how much are his skills that he showed at his freshman season in UCLA transferable into Summer League with his passing skills, his ability to shoot outside shots. The Lakers have raved about those qualities in pickup scrimmages, but it's obviously a whole other thing to see how that actually plays out in real competition.
NBA News. Can Lakers improve their defense in Las Vegas Summer League? El Segundo. Those championship trophies along the window inside Jeanie Buss's office represent what consumes the Lakers franchise. The golden objects provide a visual reminder of something that can be attained every June, but something that has been well beyond the Lakers' grasp while they missed the playoffs the past 4 years. For now, those trophies represent motivation toward a more achievable goal as the rebuilding Lakers prepare to compete in the Las Vegas Summer League beginning Friday at 5:30 p.m. against the Clippers. "We're going there to win the Summer League," Lakers assistant coach Jug Buechler said. Buechler will be the Lakers Summer League head coach, and he vowed to emphasize a concept that'd been a significantly shortcoming during the worst 4-year stretch in Lakers history, 91-237. "The real focus is going to be on our defense," Buechler said. "We were 30th in defense last year. That has to change. That has to change right now. It has not changed for quite some time." In Luke Walton's first season as coach, the Lakers finished 28th out of 30 NBA teams in points allowed, 111.5, last in defensive field goal percentage, 48.3, and last in fast break points allowed, 16.2. Those numbers are similar to their 2015-16 showing under former coach Byron Scott, when the Lakers finished 27th in points allowed, 106.9, 29th in defensive field goal percentage, 47.3, and 29th in fast break points allowed, 17. "I made it clear. The rest of our coaching staff made it clear with our players. The focus is defense," Buechler said. "For us to progress and get back to a playoff caliber team, which we want to do as fast as possible, the defense has to change. It has to change right now. The players have heard the message and indicate they will meet the challenge. That's all we've been focusing on really," rookie forward Kyle Kuzma said. "We really got a pretty electric offense with guys like Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and Big Zoo, Ivica Zubac, down there. We can throw it in the post. Our main focus is defense and trying to stop guys." Buechler listed Zubac, Ingram and rookie shooting guard Josh Hart as potential defensive stoppers. "We're a team that kind of wants to get out there and run," Hart said. "That starts with defense and starts with getting stops, rebounding the ball, getting deflections and getting out and running." Words of wisdom. In less than 2 weeks last summer, Zubac evolved from a largely unknown 32nd pick out of Croatia to a fan favorite. That's because he showed his potential on last year's Las Vegas Summer League team. So, Zubac's younger teammates have sought his advice. "I'm in a different situation. I was a rookie and didn't know anything last year," Zubac said. I was asking a lot of questions. I can help the other guys that haven't been in this situation. I really enjoy it." Zubac has told his teammates to be patient, mindful that he rarely played before becoming a starter late in the season. Since then, Zubac has tried to improve his perimeter shooting. Will he showcase that in Summer League? "It depends if I get a lot of chances," Zubac said. "If I'm open at the three-point line, I'm going to shoot it. It depends how many times I'm going to be open." Rockets looking for a depth charge in Summer League. In the hours after the NBA draft had ended without his name mentioned from the stage, Cameron Oliver could not have known the ways the Rockets roster would soon change. And they certainly weren't tipping their hand to an undrafted free agent they hoped to sign. Oliver, however, has noticed the changes since that night. To a rookie and the rest of the Rockets summer squad that filled the Toyota Center practice court this week, the deal that brought Chris Paul to Houston not only dramatically bolstered the Rockets' backcourt, it also offered an opportunity to win a place on the roster next fall. "It's fine to be here," Oliver said, expressing the sentiment he likely shared with many on the summer roster. "I think I'm in a better position than I was." To land Paul, the Rockets had to move three of the young players, Sam Dekker, Montrezl Harrell and Kyle Wiltjer, that had been a part of their plans. Dekker and Harrell had spent time in the Rockets' rotation last season. Along with those left behind, Isaiah Taylor and Chinanu Onyeukwu, the Rockets who were sent to the Los Angeles Clippers with veteran guards Pat Beverley and Lou Williams represented the youthful depth the Rockets had hoped to develop. Potential depth. Their departure thinned the Rockets' roster significantly, but it also might bring a chance for several players to play in Las Vegas beginning Friday against the Denver Nuggets to work their way into the back end of the Rockets roster. "Obviously, a lot of our depth went out in that Chris Paul trade," General Manager Daryl Morey said. "These guys are potential depth for us this year." The Rockets' most conspicuous remaining void on the roster would be in Harrell's role as the fill-in center when Nene sat out in back-to-backs or when he or Clint Capella were out with injuries. The Summer League could provide the next bit of evidence to see if Onyeukwu, the Rockets' 2016 second-round pick who spent most of the season with the Rio Grande Valley Vipers, is ready for that role. It also could be an important next step in the growth of Zhu Kyer-Taylor, a guard signed off the Vipers roster last season. But even beyond the players the Rockets drafted or brought back from last season, several prospects could become the next projects, with July a chance to audition for the roles. Zhu Kai, Cam Oliver, Sean Long, Tim Quarterman, "There's a lot of guys we're evaluating," Morey said. Gerard Uthoff. "A lot of guys here could make the team and play minutes for us. L.J. Peak, Eric McRae, Troy Williams, Isaiah Taylor, George DePaula, and Ray McCallum. We have a lot of guys to look at." Oliver is a strong and athletic 6'8" forward with shooting range who fits with the Rocket style. Uthoff and Long, at 6'10" and 6'9" respectively, have shown pick and pop potential. Peak and McRae are rookies with defensive potential similar to Williams. Taylor, DePaula and McCallum could be considered at point guard. The games in Las Vegas will supply only part of the information collected this month. Evaluating all factors. Just as Dekker struggled in the Summer League games last season, but turned in a strong training camp, players vying for similar roles could show potential in a variety of ways. But there is a sense the Rockets will be watching everything, hoping to find reasons to take another look in the fall. It's less about how they perform in games and more about the overall picture with practice, games, work ethic as we evaluate, Morey said. "I think one mistake teams make is overreacting to a couple Summer League games. You learn how quickly they pick things up, how they work specifically in your offense and defense. It's the whole picture. Part of that picture includes an understanding that potential roster spots for a few young prospects opened on the day the Rockets sent a minivan of players to Los Angeles for Paul. That can add up to an important Summer League for the Rockets and an opportunity for the summer players. Players are smart," said Rockets assistant Roy Rogers, one of the team's Summer League coaches. Agents are smart. They look at our roster. They put 2 and 2 together. Much more than on draft night, they hope that adds up to a chance to stick.